Today, we're going to unravel a really strange and intense story. It's the tale of an affliction so specific, so visceral, that it feels like you're trapped in a physical prison. A story that begins with a man caught inside a cage made of his own body.
Wow. Okay, just think about that for a second. That one sentence tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just about pain, it's about constriction, this relentless feeling of being squeezed from every single side. And that feeling, that's the key to this entire mystery.
So, who is this man? We're going to call him Captain Cactus. Now, he describes himself as, well, plethoric. It basically means his face is often red and his veins feel like they're full to bursting. And he is living in a constant state of fear, totally convinced that this weird squeezing in his chest is a death sentence he can't escape. And what's so wild about this wire cage metaphor is how specific it is. This isn't some vague feeling. No, he feels those wires twisting, getting tighter and tighter around his throat, his bladder, even his lungs. It makes it hard to breathe, hard to even exist. It's this total body experience of just being crushed. All right, let's start peeling back the layers here and really look at the anatomy of this pain. I want you to think of these symptoms as clues in some kind of bizarre medical detective story. The cage is the framework, sure, but the real torment, that's happening on the inside. And here it is. This is the most famous, the most terrifying clue of them all. Forget the wire cage for a second and just picture this. An actual iron hand inside your chest, gripping and squeezing your heart over and over and over again. This is the absolute center of the whole experience. And the torment doesn't stop there. It's incredibly specific. This is not some vague chest pain. The feeling is that his heart literally has no room to beat. The palpitations are constant, day and night. But get this, they get worse with something as simple as walking, and become almost unbearable if he lies on his left side. These little details, they are absolutely crucial. So, on top of the squeezing iron hand, there's another sensation, oppression. It's like a heavy, crushing weight is just sitting on his chest, preventing him from ever taking a full, satisfying breath. It's like he's being suffocated from the outside in. And if you thought the whole constriction theme was over, think again. It's not just a weight. It's also described as an iron band, like a tight cord that's tied specifically around the lower part of his chest. The location is so precise, right where your diaphragm is. Now, here's the thing. This pain isn't just sitting there. It moves. It's described as chain lightning, just darting and springing all through his body. But then look how it ends, with that same familiar, vice-like grip that literally makes him gasp for air. It's this vicious cycle of fast-moving pain that always ends in a sudden, sharp squeeze. And the mystery just keeps getting deeper. The pressure isn't just in his chest, it's everywhere. The man is prone to sudden bleeding from his nose, his lungs, his stomach. And the head pain is just as specific as the heart pain. It's this heavy, throbbing weight right on the very top of his head. It's on the right side, and this is the weirdest part. It only feels better with hard physical pressure. How strange is that? Okay, so we've covered the feeling of being squeezed and the profile of the pain. But now we get to the final and honestly the most peculiar clues of all. These are the ones that actually run on a schedule. This is just bizarre. The condition comes with a fever, but it's not random at all. It comes back like clockwork, twice a day at exactly 11 a.m. and then again at exactly 11 p.m. This is a huge clue. I mean, what kind of illness runs on a strict 12-hour schedule? And here it is, the last piece of the puzzle. It's a really strange detail that applies to women who have this condition. The flow just stops completely whenever they lie down, and then it starts right back up again when they stand. It's just another example of a really specific, almost mechanical symptom. So, what is this thing? We've got an iron hand, squeezing a heart, a wire cage, a clockwork fever, and this whole list of incredibly specific symptoms. All the clues are on the table. It is time to solve this thing. So I've got to ask you, who is this Captain Cactus? Who is this person suffering from such a unique and, frankly, terrible set of symptoms? And the answer is, it's not a person at all. Captain Cactus is a persona, a story that was created to personify the entire symptom picture of a homeopathic medicine called Cactus Grandiflorus. It comes from the night-blooming Cereus cactus. Every single symptom, every clue we just went over, is a key indicator for this specific remedy. So you might be wondering, why go through all the trouble of making up a fictional character? Why not just have a list of symptoms? Well, it's because a story is one of the most powerful memory tricks ever created. It turns a boring, dry list of facts into something you can feel, something that's memorable. And check this out. This is how perfectly it works. You hear the iron hand, and boom, you immediately remember that famous squeezing heart pain. The wire cage, that's your shorthand for the constriction felt all over the body. The weight connects you to the pressure on the head and chest, and 11 and 11 instantly brings back that weird clockwork fever. Each part of the story is a hook for a key symptom. So here's the big takeaway. Learning isn't just about memorizing facts. When you weave complex information into a vivid, relatable story, even a painful one like this, you can make it absolutely unforgettable. You are so much more likely to remember the story of the man with the iron hand than you are a bulleted list of pains. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. This whole method was used to teach a really complex set of medical symptoms. So, what other complex topics, in science and history, maybe even in your own life, could be made crystal clear and totally unforgettable just by turning them into a story?